on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Where's the cat? 118! All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Hey, check Mike 57.
Watson on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. That's complete to John Ross. Touchdown, LA! John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Flag 20. Check 53. Marcus, defense, Marcus. Check, recon, 132 fighter.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the counter, Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
53. I'm coming for you. Go 50. 51 the mark, boy. 51. We got to get the 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Wait 20. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Brady now on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
17 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, 66.
From the 36, Brady. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. You remember me. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Rip.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
San Francisco.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Wait, 29, Alpha.
It's our time. It's our time. Get him, get him.
Regular.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's it, baby.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Wait, 380.
51's the mic. Come on.
Hey, hey.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now he'll throw with Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's bring it. Let him go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, 49ers. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. He's got Green. But he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A.J. Green. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good, I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. Green brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
On first down, Watson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Wait, 20! Watch the run.
They run. It's Gurley. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Wait, wide, 80.
Here we go, D.
Alert.
Here I come again.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterback
is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A.J. Green, the second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Double time.
Jack it, reload.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Ross on the return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
This is it. 18. 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hey, check it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Shadow. Mike 51. Mike 51. I got you. I got you. All right, here we go.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Hauschko with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go. They got tight left.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. To throw is Brady. Complete to Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
San Francisco.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
218, top. Hey, 66.
Gurley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check it, reload.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Brady. Got his target, Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. He'll buy some time right. Finding Green complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
That was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wait, set. 380. Set 53. I
don't even know why this team showed up.
Wait, set.
Here's Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Mike, set. Fly, 20.
Mike, check.
380, heck.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Wait, set. 380.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the 49ers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream. it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored, don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah.